Welcome back to the channel. Okay, this is a special one. Today I have one of my students, Alison Brody, with me. Hey, this is great for me because Alison is just like kicking severe ass in the course right now. And you're actually not even totally finished yet. I mean, you've completed like the online portion, but you still have an extra script reading session with me and an offboarding as well. And you've already booked 3 jobs.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's been great.
Great. So, just for people that are listening in that have never done voiceover before and have doubts about getting into it, before you jumped in the course, did you have any training beforehand or anything or experience? What was your voiceover journey like before?
Nothing formal. I would say I have a media and film background, and I am an instructional designer, so I develop training for a living. And my only experience really has been just recording voiceover for the trainings that I am building for work. And that's sort of just been trial and error and YouTube and things like that, but nothing formal.
Nice. How long were you doing that for?
I've been doing instructional design for about 3 years, so been kind of dabbling in the voiceover sector for a while and just decided I wanted to start branching out.
What took so long? Why you've been like dabbling for 3 years and you just like, did you think it was like not possible or what stopped you?
I don't know. I always enjoyed that part of it, but I was sort of just doing it for work and didn't think that I could do it and branch out outside of my 9 to 5. And
Okay.
then, everyone wants a side hustle these days, and
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I could. So, yeah,
When it helps too, like when you're working from home and all that.
right. Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
Totally. So, when you booked your first job, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, you were like, it took you like 40 auditions or something like that?
Something like that. I was like only a couple weeks into the class,
Uh-huh.
and I booked 2 jobs in one day. And they just kind of rolled in, and I was like, whoa, Jesse, like, help me.
Do you remember what you said? You were like, you said you didn't think it was ever going to happen. You thought that was like a lot
Yeah.
of auditions to book your first job.
I was like, you're crazy. Like, I can't do this many at once.
It took me to book my first job. It took me 250 auditions to book my first job, just my very first one. It took you 40 to book your first, and then like what, like 43 or 44 to book your second one, same day. So
Yeah, I guess.
how many,
Something like that.
do you know how many auditions you've done so far now?
I think I think I can look at it.
You keep track?
I've done close to 300 so far.
300. Good, good. So you've
Yeah.
got 300, and I expect you're going to get a fourth one pretty soon here. So that's great. Now, you don't have to tell me how much you made from these jobs, but was it worth it? Did it pay for the course?
Definitely. Paid for the
Okay.
course. It was definitely worth it. Paid for kind of all the equipment and things that I bought during the course and to get started. So now I'm feeling really good because I'm just making profit at this point.
Nice. Hey guys, real quick, I just wanted to tell you about a brand new community I just started. There's been a lot of people that have been commenting on my videos and asking questions nonstop about voiceover, and I want to help you out. So, what I've done is I've developed an actual community. It's a paid community, and inside of it, you're going to get all your questions answered. You're going to get feedback on your auditions, on your demos. If you're just getting started in voiceover, we're going to show you how to set up a recording studio, how to edit. There's going to be a bunch of mini courses in there as well, and also a live Q&A with me weekly. All right, back to the show. Do you feel like, okay, so now that you've gone through it, do you have like a lot of questions about the course still? Does it cover a lot? Like what was left unsaid, do you find? Is there anything that you would want me to add or anything? Like, how do you feel about it? Did you get a lot of info?
That's a great question. I think I learned a lot more. Like, I thought that I knew things, and I learned so many things from the course, especially how the different voiceover sites work.
Hmm.
And I think the only questions I have left are kind of some of the more advanced, like, next steps as far as when to transition myself to voice it 1, 2, 3, like when to start to maybe try to find like an agent or somebody like, so kind of what those next steps would be. And also sometimes I wonder, like, should I be doing something different with, my vocal chains? And that's just kind of like messing around with it. But
Yeah.
um, I feel really good about where I am, and I feel like I can like stand on my 2 feet
Nice.
after
Great.
going through the course. Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome. That's great to hear. In regards to the vocal change, that never ends. Like literally every week, I'm like, am I using the right one? Should I get another one? Like you can get addicted to getting vocal chains. Like I have like,
Right.
I think like 8 or 9 right now. It's ridiculous. But yeah, in regards to like when you should transition from voices.com to voice 123 to getting an agent, it's kind of like, for me, like everybody can go at their own pace and you can do whatever you want. But I always like to say, once you've booked your first 20 jobs on voices, you'll probably have most of the job demos. I call them job demos, but like the completed job from when you did the work. And once you have, at least 10 of those, turn them into MP3s, put them up on Voice 123, and then you get going on there. And once you have voices.com and Voice 123, and you have like a good, I'd say good 10 known clients that you've worked for, then I would start reaching out to agents after you've made a website, because you're going to need a website when you start reaching out to agents. They're going to want you to have one. It's not a hard rule. You can reach out to one right now if you want. It just makes it easier to get a good one. And that's the New York pipes. I don't know if you can hear that going on.
Yeah. No, but that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll talk about that more when you do your offboarding. You still got one more session of reading scripts and you got to do an offboarding. We'll set up all those goals for you. So yeah, that's what else did I want to ask you here? Thank you for doing this, by the way, in the middle of your workday. This is so cool.
Sure.
This is my first interview with one of my students. It's great. So, what's the ultimate goal now with VoiceOver? I mean, you booked 3 jobs before you even completed this course, which is awesome. That's insane. So, I mean, the limit's like as high as you want to put it. What do you want to do in this business? You want to go full time? Like, what's the goal?
That would be really cool. I really love doing it in kind of my downtime, my weekends. I would love to see a point where it could be potentially a career. I want to start dabbling and learning more about like character acting and things like that. Because I'm just kind of doing more of the commercial stuff right now. So I think the sky's the limit with kind of where I could go. But I'm enjoying it. I kind of just want to like see where it goes with the progress and having the extra income and doing something that I enjoy to get that is great.
Great. Yeah, that's a really good attitude to have. So when you say you want to do character work, you want to get into like animation and video games?
I do. I think it's
Nice.
super fun. I like making little voices, so it's something I'd love to at least try and learn about.
You should go for it. Do it. Keep doing the commercials. And then, you're obviously killing at that. Take the income you make from that and then put it into lessons for video games and animation and start that journey.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
is there anything else you want to say before we've cut it off? I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you're working right now.
No, I just want to thank you because I just think I just randomly reached out to you on Instagram as I'm sure a lot of your students do, but it was a total leap of faith. I had been looking into different programs, and this was really what I needed because a lot of what's out there is just like coaching on reading, but not actually how to start your own business or put together demos. And like this was exactly what I was looking for. So thanks for kind of like jumping out there and trying to put something together that you thought would be helpful because it was.
Awesome. No problem. And thank you very much for taking a leap of faith with me. This course I put together, it's relatively new. And, it's when you're working with someone that's newer, it's always, a leap of faith. And I'm glad that you got some great results from it. And I'm really appreciative of you and I hope to keep working with you. So we still got some work to do left, but thank you so much, Alison, for being here and, giving me your time and all that and being in the course and just being an overall superstar. So that's it, everybody. That's the end of this interview. If you have any questions about anything about the course, check out the description and link below. Other than that, I'm Jesse. This is Alison, and we will see you later.